Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about when we talk about doing 10 to 20 sets per muscle group a week. I don't think people realize how easy it is to get there once you start putting a lot of work into big exercises. And a perfect example, these are from a workout. I'm actually just going to do my last 4 sets of each of these. But, in an upper body workout that actually I did today, and the day I'm making this video, of course, it won't be up for a few weeks. I did 5 sets of pull-ups and 5 sets of barbell curls. Now, that's not even counting the pullovers and stuff yet, because I did 5 sets of pullovers, which are a lat exercise. But this is a perfect example of what we mean by 10 to 20 sets per week, because I do 2 upper body days every week, right? Have a pretty much a bench day and then a squat and a deadlift day the next day, and then I repeat that later in the week. So 4-day upper lower. So how many sets is this? And I don't think people realize how easy it is to get to 20, and 20 is high volume. If your sets are high quality, most of these sets, if you're watching these, I'm within a rep of failure. I'm real close. I'm pushing these fairly hard. Okay, so just do the math on this. All right, because honestly, curls actually, barbell curls, a standing barbell curl can actually count as an upper back exercise. But if we just count biceps, okay, what is this? 10 sets for biceps, right? Does anyone think pull-ups don't work the biceps? Of course they do. Am I saying that that's all you need? No, because again, we would like to ideally get a couple different angles. But anyone who claims that it's not training your biceps, that's silly. They count as a set for biceps. All right? Curls count as a set too. We could argue curls probably work the biceps a little more effectively. I think, specifically due to this supine grip. But here's the other thing to look at. If we know that, most of the data over the years has suggested that 10 sets being if they're really, really hard sets. 10 to 20 sets a week is probably your sweet spot, and 20 sets is very high volume. All right? Hopefully everyone realizes that, but look how easy it is to get to that. Because if I do this twice a week, that is 20 sets for biceps. See where we're going? The fact that I did 10 sets, that I'll do 10 sets of pullovers the same week, does that count as lat work? If we don't want to count my deadlifts, that's fine. I think we can count deadlifts for traps and stuff. We don't want to count it as lat exercises. Pullovers count. So if I did in the same workout 5 sets of those, where are we at for lats? 10 sets for lats in a workout. That is 10 sets for my lats. Done twice a week. That's 20 sets for lats with no deadlifts. Okay. Biceps. This is 20 sets a week. Most people are like, yeah, I could tack on 5 sets of curls at each upper body workout. Yeah. Notice these are all full range of motion exercises for those muscles. So there's no partials involved. It's very easy to get there. What about benching? All right, so let's talk chest and triceps. If we don't count the pull-ups towards long head of the tricep, I think we can make the case for doing so. Some good experts would agree with that. I've seen Dr. Mike say that. Like Mike or not, irrespective, the man does have a PhD in exercise science. He's been a kinesiology professor at a university, coaches bodybuilders. He's mentioned that. So where are we at for chest and triceps? If I did 5 sets of flat bench and 5 sets of pullovers, is that 10 sets for my chest? Yeah. Is it 10 sets for my triceps? Yeah. Now, some people might say, well, I don't feel that that's the highest quality. Well, really, what would be your argument? Pullovers hammer the long head. Technically, pull-ups do too, but let's just throw those out. Let's get rid of those. Bench press hits the lateral head. In fact, bench press in every study that's ever looked at it grew the lateral head more than single joint movements do, more than extensions do. Okay? So we're at 20 sets for triceps. That's if we don't count any effect from the pull-ups or any of that. We're still at 20 sets. I'm going to argue they're not high quality sets. They were real close to limit sets. How about the chest? And if we don't count the curls or any of that or the pull-ups towards chest in any way, where are we at? Fly bench, I do it with a pause, with a nice wide grip. Pullovers, those are both chest exercises. That's 10 in every session. That's 20 sets for pecs. Do you guys see how quickly we can hit these numbers? Like, I can literally come in and do 4 upper body movements in a workout for 5 sets each for 2 upper body sessions and be done. It's like, that's 20 sets. What about delts, People, but don't pull-ups hit delts. Don't benches hit delts. Of course, I threw in a set of lateral raises that work out to failure. Like one good set, just to failure, just to finish them off. But are we going to argue that a pull-up doesn't hit the delt, the bench doesn't hit the delt, the pullovers, the curls, shoulders are getting worked. You can always finish them off with a smaller movement. Before long, that's where we're at. What about squatting and deadlifting? Let's talk about quads. Let's talk about glutes. 5 sets of squats, 5 sets of deadlifts. There you go. There's your staple or your lower body training. Do that twice a week. You're at 20 sets for your quads, 20 sets for your glutes. Hamstrings might be lacking a little. Deadlifts can hit them pretty hard though. So what about calves? Okay, do 5 sets for your calves. Do squats work calves? Evidence says yes. All right, you've done 10 sets of squats. All right, do 10 sets of calf raises per week. Split it up 5 and 5. You're at 20 sets for your calves. It is not hard to get to 20 sets, guys. It is real easy. It accumulates real quick. That is considered high volume by any definition. I mean, that is high volume. When we make these things, we're not talking about, hey, you need 20 sets of single joint movements or isolation movements. We do mean 20 sets. And that's where most of the data is kind of suggested, if they're hard sets, somewhere between 10 and 20. The 10 is ridiculously easy to reach. We're going up to 20 with some of this. That's being generous. I mean, we're pushing higher volumes. These big movements add up. That's why I do stuff like pull-ups, squat, bench, deadlift. Look how many muscles they work and put a lot of tension on. You just need a few things to fill in the gaps, some pullovers, some curls, maybe some calf work. Sometimes it's all that you need. It is very, very easy to get to 20 sets.